Oh my! Are my eyes lying to me?
This is quite a surprise. It looks just like the Lethos Castle Gardens.
So I'm not the only one seeing it?
It looks like the castle, but feels like it too. The air, the smells, all of it.
Right you are. I've served in the castle for many years, yet this vision fooled me at first.
I know it isn't real, yet I still get a sense of nostalgia looking at it. My mother trained me in the castle garden. The flowers were in full bloom, like these.
I remember it well. Alas, after the attack, that garden has been left in ruins.
It has, hasn't it?
Look, over there. I can see something glimmering. Do you see it too?
Is that an altar? And on it, there's a ring.
I thought we'd gathered all the emblem rings. Can it be that there were more?
Perhaps an emblem we were unaware of? Let's go have a look.
Wait, I feel a presence. There are enemies nearby.
Corrupted? They must be here for the ring. We can't let them take it. That ring might belong to another emblem.
I fight beside you once more, Divine One.
That ring. Could it be?
Celica! Let's go! Micaiah, here I go!
Lady Celica! Lucina!
Ready.
Look, Byleth! I'm ready! Lady Lucina!
Let's go!
Corrin!
I'll catch you!
As your steward.
This isn't so bad.
For peace.
Yes. Let's savor this moment. Sublime. How mysterious. Join me for one song. Watch this.
Whatever you say.
Anything.
Say the word.
I can fight.
I'm ready.
I'm honored. you!
Oh, thank goodness.
This is my redemption. I act as her knight.
The dance macabre. A good wind.
Don't fear for me.
No one's gonna miss you. Allow me!
No!
Nice.
I'll help!
And another!
That's how it's done!
Have at you!
Gotta like one.
More damage! Your final moment.
With a true heart, engage! May we all be protected. My apologies.
I will strike you down! My heroic friends.
Power blooms in me.
A savory dish indeed.
Emblem Engage!
Pay attention!
Ready yourself! Reinforcements!
Time to party.
Good workout.
Sorta like that, maybe? Phew.
The stars and moon carry on.
I atone for my past. Allow your soul the rest it deserves.
I'm here, Divine One.
No one's gonna miss you.
I live to fight again.
I've decided.
some fun! My heroic friends.
I will roast you! That went well.
Didn't give it your all.
Grant me strength. Take that!
All in the name of peace.
Underestimate me at your Our bonds give me strength. Have at you!
That was a fierce battle.
I live to fight again.
No one desires war.
I've got this.
It's over.
Please, dinner is served.
That went well.
Here I am! You were beautiful while you lasted.
That was eye-opening.
I can't let him down. Better to act than to worry.
Pay attention. Forgive me.
Take that!
Pardon me.
All in the name of peace.
Have at you.
Exquisite work.
I will never give up.
Cutting in. No. Farewell to you. Ooh, I just spotted a rare bug. You picked me!
As you like.
Just like when I fought the soldiers my mother created for our mock battle. Mother is gone, but wherever she may be, I'll show her how strong I've become. We retrieved the ring safely, but it doesn't seem to hold an emblem? Strange.
Is it but a normal ring?
It seems so, but when I hold the ring, I feel a warmth stirring in my chest.
So it's as I suspected.
What is it that you have surmised?
The Pact ring. It belongs to and holds the power of Divine Dragon Monarch Lumera.
What else do you know about this Pact ring, Marth?
Lumera once said that divine dragons will give a special ring to someone they truly trust. The ring strengthens the bond between the two and brings them closer together. It grants special powers to the divine dragon and anyone they make a pact with, of any sort.
So, Mother once gave this ring to someone she trusted and had a special connection with?
That's what I'd guess too. But she'd lost her friends and allies in the war, so who she gave the ring to, or if she gave it at all, there's just no way to know.
Mother.
But we know that as long as she lived, the most important person to her was you. You should inherit the ring. Give it to your most trusted ally.
I'll think long and hard before I decide who's worthy to wear it.
Oh, that we've arrived at this place. It must be the work of Queen Lumera.
It's a happy thought. Mother watching over me. But the fight ahead is my own. I must be strong. Let's go. I'm reluctant to leave. But there is much work to do.
Yep.
Ah. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Wow!
True. Thank you so much.
Ah, yes.
Yeah! Let us proceed.
Incredible.
Yes.
If I may,
Yes.
Well... think so.
Wow. Right.
I've got a surprise for you, Divine One. It's a potion that'll make your voice sound silly and squeaky. You're not gonna sleep through this. Behold the power of squeak! I am Lady Anna, Queen of the Squeaks! I demand your fealty! This is amazing! I hope it's permanent! Aw, it wore off. Did you really sleep through the whole thing? Guess I'll have to find another potion.
Let us help people again today, Divine One. I wonder what Queen Lumera would think about my setting foot in here. Or that I would be the one to wake her child. Oh, you heard me speak just now. Do you think Queen Lumera would approve of my presence? I see. Yes. I believe you.
My idea is perfect. No one else will have thought of this, I'm sure of it. I've prepared a little surprise for you. The most calming way to wake. Listen to the flowing water and be transported. Isn't it soothing? Good morning. How was that? Relaxing, revitalizing? There's no need to thank me, but go on and do it anyway.
Divine One, I've come to wake you! You've started listening for the alpacas too. I'm not alone anymore. And that's helping me focus on becoming a legendary hero. Morning! Huh? A message from the alpacas? When you become a hero, buy us expensive hay? Those jokers, of course I will!
Oh, divine dragon, my dear. I see you slumbering here. You'll miss the whole day, I fear. I can't believe you slept through my singing. You must find it soothing. Funny, Mom flies awake after one verse. Ciao! It's so pretty out. I know. You and me should kick back and relax.
I brought something to make your sleep more relaxing, Divine One. Pure mountain water. Listen to the sound. Soothing, isn't it? Peaceful. Good morning. Huh? You're going back to sleep already? Oh no, the water was too calming.
Never fear. The co-president of the Divine Dragon Fan Club is here. I'm so happy you want me to cheer for you again. From now on, I'm gonna put my heart and soul into it. I say wake, you say up! Wake up! Hey, nice wake up! Your biggest fan approves. I'll be cheering for ya.
Coming in. Your sleep seems a bit restless today. You said vulnerability isn't always bad. It felt so reassuring then, but now, I worry. Wake up, Divine One. How are you feeling? Anything wrong? You can tell me. It's just the two of us. We can talk, right?
Pardon me, Divine One, but it is time to wake. The world awaits you. Remember, no more observations, Merrin. You do not want to make the Divine Dragon unhappy again. Keep this wake up nice and cool. Greetings. For breakfast, I suggest something sweet. And a brisk walk after. What an invigorating morning it is, Divine One. What is that flapping sound? No! It's the blue parrot of Lethos! They can only be found here! It's so cute! Good morning. Divine One, you must see this. Over there! It's a rare blue... Oh! It's gone!
I, Prince Fogado, from the Queendom of Solm, shall now awaken the Divine Dragon.
So, hey. We talked about going for dinner once I really earned it. You remember? I just want you to know that I really am looking forward to that.
You're up. Then I'm off. I've got training. And lots of it. Gotta earn that meal. Right, Divine One?
If I am correct about this, since we each take our turns waking the Divine Dragon, that means I can observe a plethora of people merely by waiting around here. Good morning. I had a wonderful idea just now. Alas, it would require me to stand watch at all hours. I must refrain.
I have arrived. I will now honor our bond of friendship by waking you.
You said that friends help one another through their darkest moments. Those words changed me. Thank you for your wisdom, Divine One. You heard all of that? No matter. I meant every word. And I will help you through your darkest moments as well.
Area secure. I've been guarding the door. Sorry for the concern earlier. It made me happy. You know, when you offered to help me confront my past. Good morning. Count on me for anything you need, okay? My iron wall is at your disposal.
The most popular person in the world is here to wake you. Well, maybe second most. You're obviously more popular than I am, but that's all right. I'll take Illusia. And you can have the rest of the world. Good morning. I wanted to thank you again for telling me you found me charming. My confidence is back now. And it's all because of you.
Relax, it's just an invitation. Oh, I'm so nervous. I probably look suspicious with all this jerky in my pockets. Come on, Alchrist. Just ask in a normal, natural way. Good morning. I, stuffed my pants with lots of jerky. Would you like to feed the wolf? Whew, I did it.
You know, I'm starting to enjoy these visits. You can sleep through the sound of my voice, huh? Let's see. If you wake up before this incense burns down, then I win. Do your sleepy best. Huh? You woke up awfully fast. Guess that means I win. My reward? You and I having a good chat one day soon.
quietly. Oh, the divine dragon slumbers with such dignity. Yes, perfect sleeping position. Strong, steady breathing, like a breeze over a field of grass. I've never seen such peaceful sleep. I apologize. I was thinking about my book. There's so much to tell. And it's hard to put into words.
Divine One, how is your injury from before? There's not even a scar. I'm relieved, but I'll still need to make sure you don't push yourself too hard again. I'll see what I can do. Remember those medicinal herbs you picked? My parents wrote to say they were really useful to the village. They said to thank you too.
This place. I feel accepted here. Forgiven. So much of the world is tiresome. But I never tire of being here. When I'm near you, I feel I can actually relax and be myself. Oh, you're awake. You think something humorous must have happened to me? You noticed me smiling. Now that you mention it, I suppose I was.
Divine One! Hey! Divine One! I've got something to... Oh, you're asleep. I was gonna tell you all about this dagger I found at the market. Full flat grind, polished steel like you've never seen, a vintage fishtail pommel, and a point to take your eye out. And you wouldn't believe the scabbard on this thing. The engravings alone are pure art. Oh, hey, how long have you been awake?
I can't believe something so funny happened all the way up here. Like a scene from my own novels. I can't get it out of my head. This is bad. I shouldn't laugh in here, but... Sorry for waking you with my laughter. I slipped on a fruit peel earlier and hit the ground like a sack of hammers.
Divine One, please permit me to break this silence for a moment. It's so quiet here, as if all that fighting never happened. Perhaps my prayers can reach the sky from here. Can reach those who have gone on to become stars. We pray, please grant peace to all those lost souls. I'm sorry for waking you. It's just that after a battle, after I've stained these hands of mine, prayer brings me comfort, even if it doesn't bring me forgiveness.
Hey, Divine One, can I ask you about a drawing? Oh, you're asleep. I've been thinking. Scenery is great, but it might be nice to branch out. What should I draw next? How about this bug?
Aw, you don't like my bug drawing? In that case, you find my next subject. Come on, let's go.
My heart starts pounding every time I enter this room. I used to see you sleeping every day. I was so lucky to be a steward. I always wondered what color your eyes were. Are you awake, Divine One? It's me, your steward, Clanne. Hi. I'm really excited to help you today.
I have arrived early and am prepared to work. Divine One, I am concerned you have adopted my manner of speaking. You would not do it in this sacred place, surely. You awake in such silence and with such a mysterious look. Do your glances now suggest deeper meaning?
Today I dance with a full stomach and, more importantly, a full soul. My breakfast was quite savory. A joyful fuel indeed. Thank you, Divine One. You've helped me change. You're awake, are you? Can you sense how happy I am? Can you see the beauty inside? What I hope you see is a better me.
A charming princess is here to wake you up. I got up bright and early today. And I came straight to you. I guess I couldn't wait to see you, Divine One. Morning. You look nice today. What? I'm being especially kind? Huh. That means I'm well on my way to being truly charming, doesn't it?
I can't believe I lost track of time digging up Brodian yams. It wasn't even the yams. It was all that edible wild grass. I just couldn't stop picking the stuff. Sorry, Divine One. I'm a little late. Huh? This grass? It's for crafting.
Hey! I will get a good look at you today, you adorable critter, you! Aha! You are a new species, and bouncing right by the divine dragon. I dub you the Somniel Springing Mouse. Guess what? A new rare critter! I saw it! Ugh, I'll never be able to sleep tonight.
Your slumber is deep today. I am quite loath to disturb it. Today I am prepared to kill time. I have brought the ingredients needed to make medicine. Now then, let us begin. First, to chop these herbs, and then Behold my creation. I call it the Violet Wonder. Have a taste. It will invigorate you.
Out of curiosity, are there dragons in your world too?
Yes, we have wyverns, and humans who turn into dragons. But they're not divine, like you.
So often in battle, The choices before me are so heavy that I find myself paralyzed.
I know that feeling. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd chosen differently.
Say, Amber, how does alpaca meat taste? Is it any good?
What? Alpacas aren't food! They're only for cuddling and being best friends! Alpacas are the best. They have 4 legs, long necks, fluffy wool all over their bodies.
If you exclude the fluff, that sounds like me in my dragon form. How big are their wings?
I won't rule the same way my father did. I want Brodia to prosper, but not through warfare.
Important considerations for any heir. Of course, you will do what is best for your kingdom.
How did governing work in your world, Celica? I'd appreciate an outside reference.
I wasn't raised as a princess, so I don't know very much. But I'm happy to share what I can.
Sigurd, I struggle with magic. I'm held back by a painful childhood memory that involved fire.
Curious. I carry a painful memory that involves fire as well. I will never forget that terrible day.
Tell me, Professor, do you have any proven methods for instilling confidence in someone?
Earnest praise delivered often. When they do something well, make sure they know it.
Morning, Lynn. Smell that fresh, dewy air.
Wait, it's not even dawn. You have to let the night finish before you can say good morning.
I was born into royalty, but you chose your own fate for yourself. I think that's amazing.
Thank you. My heritage was complicated, but in a way, that's what made me free to choose.
I finished a bit of lace work that I thought you might find appealing.
It's quite beautiful. I really like it. Perhaps we could place it in the ring chamber.
When you fight, Vander, what drives you? Why do you risk your life in combat?
That is quite simple. To protect those I love. My life is entirely in service to that idea.
Marth, do you think I'm useful in battle? I know that my magic needs a fair amount of work.
You do very well out there, Citrinne, and you grow stronger with each day. I have faith in you.
Lynn, I tried to follow your advice about smiling. People were even more terrified of me.
Oh, I see. That is a tricky situation. Perhaps you shouldn't take my advice on this one.
There must be some gift I can offer you, Eirika. Shall I buy you a mountain? Rent out the coast?
Those would both be a bit much, but I can sense your sincerity. Let me think it over.
I'm sorry if my dazzling grace distracts you in battle. I'm afraid it's out of my control.
No need to apologize. If by some chance I were distracted, it would be my fault, not yours.
You've refined your technique, Goldmary. I can't wait to see it in the next battle.
Thank you. With my form honed to such elegant perfection, I won't even need strength training. I grew up surrounded by luxurious hot springs, so I appreciate a good soak more than most.
Hot springs must be amazing. I wonder if there are any such places in the world I come from.
When I'm bathing in a hot spring, I feel as if all my worries are simply drifting away.
I know what you mean. Back home, I'd soak until my fingers and toes were all wrinkled up. I wouldn't have guessed it by your usual cheer, but you're quite cool and calculating in battle.
What, me? Nah. That imagination's gotta be what makes you such a clever fighter, though. So you went from mercenary to professor? That's a huge career change.
It's not the most dramatic leap I've seen. A colleague of mine was once a songstress.
I long for my hometown sometimes. And I miss allies from the long war. Especially my friend.
What sort of person was this friend? Wait, don't tell me. I picture a beautiful Pegasus night. What a joy it is to look upon you, Micaiah. My heart swells to behold such a radiant creature.
Wow, I usually don't get that kind of reaction when it's just me. You must be in a good mood.
You really don't have to be invisible, Louis. I'm glad to have you around.
I should have said that I wished to blend into the background.
What's this? A sachet of black tea. It smells nice.
I had it specifically made for you. You can at least enjoy the scent, if not the taste.
I heard there's a place nearby that's rich with medicinal herbs. Would you mind taking me?
Always thinking about how to help folks, huh? Yeah, sure. Let's go. Going from mercenary to professor must have been tough. Ever worry about getting too soft?
Actually, having students look up to you is quite motivating. Made me train even harder.
Hey, Eirika. When was the last time someone told you that you're totally adorable?
I have no idea. I'm certainly not used to hearing such things. Maybe when I was a little girl?
Say, Ike. You haven't seen anyone around here more adorable than me, have you?
I'm not a great judge of that sort of thing. Your work ethic's impressive, though.
I'm often told that I'm too easy to read. I think I'd like to learn to be a little more... cunning?
Interesting. If you really wish to learn, you could try following my example.
Stop me if I'm out of line, but you seem to be taking too much responsibility on yourself.
You're quite direct, aren't you? It's oddly comforting, I must admit.
Won't you join me for tea? I've acquired a batch of the finest leaves in Firene.
They smell incredible. Like flowers, and the sun, and the rich, fertile ground.
Hey, Céline. Do I smell a new type of tea?
Yes, I've come into some new leaves. Shall we enjoy their fragrance together? I'm fascinated to hear of your favorite teas. You describe them so well I can practically taste it.
It's a shame I'll never get to sip them again now. A post-battle cup of tea is very soothing.
You seem to be in a good mood. What's the occasion?
The bird I've been watching came and landed on my shoulder. What an unexpected joy.
I wonder if the fighting will end soon. There's so many places I want to visit when it does.
Traveling sounds lovely, doesn't it? I hope we can all go on some fun trips together one day.
You'd never leave someone who was in trouble, would you? Same goes for me, you know?
The duty of a knight is to protect their people above all else. I am pleased you feel equally so.
You know, my sister is real tough. Still, I can't help but feel like I should protect her.
I know how you feel. I would want to help my sister as well. Siblings are like that.
I'm a man of many talents, but one thing I can't do is fish. You emblems have any secret tips?
No, but there are skills anyone can learn. You practice, and I'll try to give you some pointers.
I talked to the Divine Dragon so much today. Lord Sigurd, I'm so happy I could faint.
Fainting during conversation? Some would think that rude. Strive to remain upright, Clanne.
Lord Ike, are you going off to train now?
I've been training since I was a kid. It's a habit, and if I don't do it, I just can't relax.
I'm like you and Lord Marth. Us stewards of the dragon serve generation after generation.
That means your ancestors must have fought beside the Divine Dragon 1,000 years ago.
I see you are in high spirits again today, Lady Anna. Are you off to market?
Yep. Today, I'm rolling out a special membership program for repeat customers.
Got a minute, Anna? I might be in the market for something.
Hey, it's not Anna, it's Lady Anna between friends. Call me lady or keep your mouth shut.
It's inspiring how you manage to stay cheerful despite being separated from your family.
Oh, I'm way too mature to let a little thing like that get me down.
I'm sorry I mistook you for someone else. I hope you can forgive me, Lady Anna.
Hey, you called me Lady Anna! Nice! Next time I stock something good, you'll be first to know.
Nothing beats a potato from home. Oh, Sigurd, did you catch all of that?
Why such a panic, Lapis? By all means, feast. One cannot win a battle on an empty stomach.
I'm stronger than usual when I'm with you, Roy. Any chance you used to train by fighting bears?
Fighting Burn? Of course. I battled their forces all the time. Wait, did you say Burn?
I hope we can end this war soon. The longer the fighting drags on, the more common folk suffer.
I see why Alchrist enjoys your company, Lapis. You have a kind and righteous heart.
No one knows I'm a pumpkin. If anyone asks about the wild plants, they're for crafts, okay?
I see. I once wished I could hide my own origin. People assumed many things about me.
Emblems are incapable of eating, I'm told. It saddens me to know I can't treat you to a meal.
Not to worry, Bunet. Watching everyone enjoy your cooking will be pleasure enough for me.
I created a new dish inspired by you, Roy. Please, have a look.
Let me guess, you use chili peppers? That red color is a dead giveaway. Oh, looks spicy.
Ike, I'm quite curious. What type of food do you most enjoy?
Well, I'm an emblem, so no food for me. But in my world, I was all about those meat dishes.
What do you have there, Bunet? Something special for a dish you're preparing?
These are edible flowers. They're difficult to grow, but taste heavenly in tea and salads.
Roy, would you say I'm getting better out on the battlefield?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I feel like I need to work even harder just to keep up.
I'd never heard an accent like yours before. I'm taken with its own particular rhythm.
Is that how we sound to outsiders? I'm glad you think we don't seem silly.
Framme, that food you're always carrying around, what is it?
Beets! They're super duper nutritious, and they're my very favorite.
Serving the Divine Dragon is hard work, and yet you never seem to grow weary of it.
I don't. Doing stuff for the Divine Dragon is super inspiring. I could keep it up forever.
You're so lively, always talking with others. I keep quiet out of fear of being misunderstood.
If you start sharing your thoughts with others, there'll be fewer misunderstandings.
Every minute I worry. Could I have helped Lady Veyle sooner than I did?
You stood by her side when she needed you most. I know that meant everything to her.
Your presence has caused Lady Veyle to smile more. Thank you.
There's no reason to thank me. Veyle's smile is your doing, Mauvier. You never chose your faith, yet you did choose to fight alongside us. That's just as important.
True, perhaps. However, Marnie's life may have been saved had I made my decision sooner.
You have a little brother, right? I've wondered what it's like to have a younger sibling.
Well, we aren't actually related, but there isn't anything I wouldn't do for him.
I know Papa is doing awful things. Still, I just can't bring myself to hate him completely.
I understand, Veyle. The father-child bond is so powerful. Do not worry. We'll stop him together. I've enjoyed talking to you off the battlefield. I see now that you've needed company, Veyle.
I guess I have. I also just feel safe when I'm with you. Maybe it's because we're both dragons?
You look like you're keeping very busy, Veyle. What are you doing?
I want to make myself as useful as I can. So I've been doing little errands for everyone.
I'm working on a new prayer dance, but it just isn't worshipy enough. Any words of advice?
I'm not sure I'm the best person to ask, but if you like, I can take a look. Go ahead, let's see it.
I heard you singing, so I stopped by to listen, and saw you flailing about so strangely.
Oh, that's just my prayer dance. My friends call it the Dance of Darkness because it's so awful. Oh man, there's no such thing as party etiquette. I say the louder you shout, the more fun you have.
Shout? I've never done that outside a battle. But yes, I will give it a try.
So, churches in this world are pretty over the top, huh?
Oh, well, I just remodeled this one to be super snazzy. Too bad they can't all be like this.
Sir Sigurd, please tell me, what should I do to become a knight as impressive as you?
It is the duty of a knight to protect their people. Keep this fire lit in your heart always.
I want to be a great knight. You taught at the Officers' Academy. Tell me, what's your advice?
What I can tell you is this. All the knights I've known were steadfast to their very core.
I hear you risked your life to return a ring to the Divine Dragon. What a brave and selfless act.
I'm glad I was able to help. And that we all got out of there.
That's a heavy-looking parcel. What's inside?
Some cute little stones I picked up around the Somniel. Planning to arrange them for a picture. I hate war. Everyone's so caught up in fighting that they don't even care about what's cute.
All the more reason to win peace as quickly as we can.
Are you okay, Rosado? You're staring at me.
I've been waiting for your expression to change. Even once. You're incredibly stoic, you know.
Oh, Seadoll. Why aren't you eating with everyone else?
I am careful about the food that fuels my dance. It can be hard for some to understand, I know. Tell me about the world you lived in. I love to hear about far-off places I've never been.
My world was filled with conflict and war. Still, it was a world worth protecting with my life.
As someone new to our world's art and culture, I wonder, what do you think of my dancing?
I don't know much about dance, but I do know that when you perform, I am filled with courage.
Whatever is the matter, Jade? You look as if something has upset you.
Huh? No, I'm fine. In fact, I'm in a particularly good mood. Is it that hard to tell?
Diamant was guffawing at a book earlier, and he told me you're the author. What is it about?
It's the saga of a certain alpaca wrangler. I just finished the 5th volume. Sounds like a hit. Corrin, you look upset. If my novels aren't your style, you can tell me. I won't take it hard.
No, no. Seeing you reminds me how funny they are. Then now I can't stop laughing.
Are you okay, Jade? You look a bit weary. Let me know if you need to rest for a while.
Thanks, but I'm fine. Just worked a bit late last night. Surprised you could read that on my face.
There you are, Alchrist. Your brother was looking for you earlier.
Oh, thank you for letting me know. I'm so sorry you had to go to all this trouble for me.
You may not have realized this, Alchrist, but you are loved. Your kindness invites such fondness.
Oh, I'm not worthy of your words. Thank you so much, Lord Sigurd. It's an honor.
Why are you standing so far away, Alchrist? Please, come a little closer.
So majestic, so regal. Huh? Oh, no thank you, Leif. I'm fine back here in your periphery. There must be others who would bond with you more effectively, Lord Roy. Am I really worthy?
Of course you are, Alchrist. Don't talk that way. I really like bonding with you.
I know you're fond of ghosts, but is it wise to push your eerie pastime on everyone you meet?
Ghosts are delightful, I assure you. My true aim is to test my peers' courage.
Peanut, I couldn't help notice your refined way of speaking. It is lovely, and also quite adorable.
I studied elocution so as to sound cultured. I've not been told I might sound adorable as well. I hear you are quite fond of the forest, Micaiah. We too should take a stroll in the woods.
I would like that. I've been curious to see what you catch with that big net of yours.
It's a giant bug! I don't know what to do! Oh, now calm yourself, Lucina. I shall drive it away for you.
Hey, Marth. I was just about to have some tea if you want to join me.
I cannot sip tea with you, but I can discern the smell. I'm content to appreciate that if you are.
You're so dainty, Celica. I think a royal would want a bit more muscle on the bone.
I don't see how royalty factors into it. Maybe serving under Alfred has colored your thinking.
Did you pick these flowers? They're beautiful.
Thanks. They bloom all over my hometown.
You're always so keenly focused on training. Do you wish for greater strength that badly?
Getting buff isn't the only reason to work out. It's like a whole way of life at this point.
I'm dying to go camping. I want to jump into an oasis and swim around so badly.
Oh my, you do seem worked up. Why don't we take a walk so you can burn off a bit of energy?
So, you can see through lies and see the future, am I right? I so wish I could do that.
It does have its benefits. But I promise, I would never use my powers to cheat at a game.
Do you like to sing? Because there's nothing I love more. And I adore singing with others, too.
I do. Songs were important in my world. They could be far more powerful than words alone.
Choir was a thing at your school, right? Because I've got this new song I'd love to run by you.
Oh, I am far from an expert on music, I assure you.
Whatever are you eating, Chloe?
A large snake boiled in medicinal herbs. I'm really sorry I can't share with you.
That's a lot of food. Is it all for you?
I couldn't decide on just one thing from the market stalls, so I got a little of everything.
You're always eating the juiciest looking things. My mouth would water if it could.
They're all so good. I wish I could sample some things from your world, too.
What's with the food you're always eating?
I just like folk foods. It's too bad I can't share any with you.
You know what I wish I could do? Go to your world and read all its stories.
I'm not sure how you'd get there, but I could at least tell you the ones I know.
Have you lost your way again? Alfred was looking for you.
So I keep hearing. If he doesn't stay put, we might be going in circles like this forever.
It never occurred to me that reading and fishing could result in the perfect body.
Those are just my hobbies. The muscle comes naturally for someone with my constitution. Did our last battle tire you out? I was headed off for some fishing to relax. Want to come?
Count me in! Even if we get lost on the way, the two of us together will figure something out.
As an emblem, you do not age. Does the prospect of such long life not frighten you?
I do not fear a long life. But knowing I must bid farewell to so many I care for does unsettle me.
Our training begins now, Roy. It ends only when my body collapses from exhaustion.
I like your dedication, but there's no need to go that far in practice. Taking breaks is important.
Another child fled from the sight of me today.
I've dealt with a few such reactions myself. How about you try being a bit more friendly?
It must be difficult for you to fight boredom without the ability to handle corporeal objects.
I wouldn't say that. Listening to people talk offers me a good deal of entertainment.
Is that another book? You really like reading, don't you?
I do. Even at my age, there's a lot to learn from books. Would you like me to read to you? Look, Eirika! I made some pop beans with L Thunder. Turned out pretty well, huh?
Wow, you didn't burn a single bean. I've never seen such fine control over one's magic.
Magic has many subtleties. The more you learn, the more uses you can find for it.
People come up with new sword techniques all the time, too. There's never a dull moment.
Would you tell me more about your world today, Lucina?
Your curiosity seems endless, Lyndon. I hope some of it rubs off on me.
You are well practiced in swordplay, are you not? Come, show me your skill.
You would like to spar? All right. I will gladly show you the swordsmanship of Leonster.
Your sickness for home. It can be cured only by finding joy in this world. Come with me.
I suppose that makes sense, but hey, where are we going?
Ike, I have not seen you since our last battle. Where have you been, my dear friend?
Dear friend, huh? Guess there are worse things you could call me.
All your training is paid off, Kagetsu. You were spectacular in that last battle.
I am glad to hear you say so. And even more glad we are such good friends.
You have fostered close friendships among your allies. That, in turn, led to my presence.
I couldn't have made it this far without all the others who walked beside me. That includes you, Sigurd. I'm so grateful that you've been such an ally to us all.
Our bonds will persist, even unto the far future. We shall end this fight united.
You know what I like about you? The way you never give up, no matter how dire things get.
When I see people who need help, I feel that I have to do all I can for them. That's all it is.
Not everyone feels that way, though. It's an outlook I could always learn from.
If you admire that way of thinking, you already have it. I'm happy to call you an ally.
You look tired. If there's something dragging you down, you can tell me. I'm a good listener.
I still hesitate sometimes in battle because I'm so inexperienced. Then I second-guess myself afterward, thinking of all the things I should have done instead.
Don't worry about making mistakes. You have friends, and me, to guide you through them.
It's been good to fight at your side, Eirika. Is there a way I can thank Ephraim, too?
He won't appear in peacetime. If it's the ring or his personality, I don't know. But I will tell him.
Thank you. Your support has meant so much to me. And that goes for both of you.
I'm also quite pleased with our experiences thus far. I hope we can always work together.
You've gotten better. Your form's improved a lot compared to the way it was.
I owe it to all the lessons I've soaked up from you and the others.
No, it was mostly you. All we did was give you a push.
Thank you all the same. You've all made me feel like I have a chance to bring peace to the world.
What are you doing, Vander?
Oh, it looks like you've caught this old man knitting his time away.
I think it's fascinating to watch your hands as they work. Do you mind if I stay?
No bother at all. You're welcome to join me for as long as you would like.
Emblems are weird. You're right here in front of me, but you don't have a body. Your will is so strong that you don't need one. Guess that's what it takes to be an emblem.
I'm not so certain. I'd consider myself a novice and not much stronger than you. When I see how hard you drive yourself, it spurs me to do my all to match.
It was nice of you to say I'm in peak physical form, but I don't hold a candle to you.
That's not true. My dragon transformations aside, I'm really not all that muscular.
But you're stronger than me in spirit. I've got a long road ahead if I want to be as tough as you.
Etier, I've seen how strong your will is. Whatever you want to make of yourself, you can do it.
Did you know that I once made a living selling my home's famous grape drinks and candies?
Ah, the fruit of the vine. I once enjoyed it myself, sharing dreams with my close friends.
I would love to join you in revelry sometime. There is so much I wish to ask, Sir Sigurd.
It might be pleasant to dredge up a memory or two with you. I accept your invitation, Louis.
Louis, what are you getting at with all these questions you've been asking?
Must I be getting at anything? I have a natural curiosity about the way people socialize.
So you like people watching. I see. But why the intense interest in me particularly?
Why would I not be? Your circumstances are so unique that I find myself utterly captivated.
When a doctor saves a soldier, they also save the soldier's whole family. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Every life matters to a lot of people. I want to help there be fewer tragedies of war.
If there was even one more doctor like you, I think that peace would be within our grasp.
Thank you, Corrin. That means a lot to me. I'll work my hardest to be a first-rate doctor.
I apologize for my behavior, Lynn. I strive for peace, yet I held on to bitterness toward you.
Don't apologize, Diamant. I understand. If I had lost someone precious to me, I'd do the same.
Starting today, I want us to be true comrades in arms, to fight side by side. Will you accept me?
Of course. I would enjoy nothing more. We'll be able to grow much stronger as a team.
My father taught me to control through power. Now I'm crown prince of a military juggernaut.
I also had a military-minded father, so I decided to train in the combat arts. I will be honest, I take no pleasure from drawing a sword, but sometimes there's no other choice.
I agree. Power must be used to protect people, but it must also protect the peace that follows.
I hear you became a retainer after going against your family and entering a fighting tournament.
Yeah, I didn't hate living back home, but it was boring. I had to leave to start my own legend. After the tourney, Diamant came to speak with me. He asked me to be his retainer, and I lost it.
So you realized your dream through sheer force of will. I think you may be a legend already.
Our chats have inspired me, Celica. I've been writing a new story. May I tell you about it?
Of course you may. I always love to hear what you're working on.
It's about a hero who awakens in another world, with the power to defeat a mysterious threat.
Oh, how harrowing. And so interesting. I'll have to read this story when you're done.
Hey, Lynn. Have you ever lost out on something even though you worked really hard for it?
I have. Plenty of large animals have slipped away from me while I was hunting. I'd prepare so much, plan for every movement, and then it would just vanish. So frustrating.
I guess you have to seize the moment sometimes. I learned from your lesson, Lynn.
Ugh. Think I did one too many impressions. Throat's killing me.
Yes, you may have overdone it. I wish I could offer you a restorative drink from my homeland. That stuff could heal any ailment. It would have fixed you right up.
I can pretend. Power of imagination, right? Keep describing it. I'll tell you when it works.
Saphir, what are you doing with that fish?
I got it from a friend. But even if I cook it, it's too much for one person to eat.
I am sure I could track down a few people who would be happy to enjoy your cooking.
Thanks. If we're having a feast, though, I'd better use a fancier recipe.
I felt prepared for it at the time, but the loss of my father has been a stubborn wound.
I know the feeling all too well. If you want to talk about it, please know I'm here.
Thank you. Would you mind telling me of your father? It might help to hear your experience.
I don't think I'm over the loss either, even now. But if it's useful, I'll gladly tell you everything.
If we borrow the Divine Dragon's power, we can face each other in mock combat, yes?
Yes, I believe so.
Then let us do so right away. I long to test my skill against yours.
If you insist. Let's not forget that we're friends, though, all right?
I wish you could see my homeland. It might ease your restless search for deeper meaning.
The plains? I told you before, I would find simply staring at nature fatally boring.
What about talking to me? Is that fatally boring?
Interesting point. I admit, our conversations are sufficiently entertaining.
I'm not as young as I like to pretend. Maybe it's time I stopped doing these strange experiments.
Don't talk that way. You're never too old to do what you love. Besides, you're still young to me.
In what sense? Oh, I suppose that's true for an emblem. In that case, let's get baking.
That's the spirit. Now we just need to decide which tome to use for this one.
Does the royal family of Solm have other unique characteristics beyond the sparkling eyes?
No, we're pretty normal, really. In fact, not everyone in our family even gets the cool eyes.
Well, with or without a royal mark, being part of a ruling family can be a burden to bear.
True, but I like our eyes and what they stand for. And hey, we can bear any burden together.
I can't wait to see your country's idyllic places. But it's Salm's blue sea I'm most excited about.
Let's go then. It's stunning and the fishing is great. Though I'm no good at it myself.
It's easy. You just put something shiny on the line to catch the fish's eye. Shiny. Like my ring.
No way am I throwing your emblem ring in the water. But we will go to the sea. I think I finally get you, Byleth. You're a free-spirited sort is all.
This may be the first time I've ever been called that. What makes you say so?
Well, you're not beholden to others, and you treat everyone as equals. I like that about you.
I think I understand. As it happens, I like those very same things about you, Fogado.
Pandreo, why have you been so formal with me? You seem so laid back with everyone else.
Emblems are practically godlike beings. As a cleric, it is my duty to show you respect.
I can see how you'd think that, but I feel like a regular person. I wish you'd relax around me.
If that is your wish, far be it from me to refuse. It's time to party, Corrin!
Your ring, Corrin, it's marvelous. When I look at it, I start dreaming up entirely new desserts.
That's nice, but I'm worried my ring will distract you on the battlefield. Enemies will target you.
Then I won't look at it during battle. The cool feel of it in my hand will be inspiration enough.
A wonderful solution. Your heightened senses should be a strength, not a weakness.
You seem so full of confidence, Seadoll. But you still evade savory treats, correct?
Think nothing of it. My dancing is strong, and puts a smile on the face of all who see it. But, Leif, I have seen Leshtario in your fortune. You have evaded much yourself. Grief, perhaps?
I have. But that is where I get my strength from. I will make the people I lost proud of who I am.
Lynn, you said I shouldn't dance for people who simply want their fortunes told. But when people are looking for answers, I think dancing might bring them the joy they seek.
Well, you could say their fortune suggests they seek out a dance performance. Seadoll, you truly care about your customers, and one day they will be happy. I know it.
Protecting those I hold dear is my goal. Yet, so often my decision-making is poor.
It is too early to know the impact of all your choices. Your story is far from over. Trust your instincts. Act to protect your friends.
Thank you. You are correct. My doubts cloud my judgment, and they shall be abandoned. Lady Veyle told me to get a hobby.
That's a good idea. Having a hobby helps you relax.
With no room in life for pleasures until now, it is a difficult task to choose one for myself.
Perhaps Veyle could help you in your search. She will enjoy it too.
You're so kind and warm and reliable. You're almost like an older sister to me.
An older sister?
Oh no. Did I say that out loud? Oh no.
Relax. I'm happy to have a little brother. It makes working together more fun.
Lord Roy, do you think I'm becoming strong enough to protect the Divine Dragon?
Of course. Every time I fight beside you, I see you grow stronger.
Lord Roy thinks I'm strong! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I might faint.
Work hard and you'll get even stronger. That sounds like a Divine Dragon fan club slogan.
Emblem Marth, were you there the whole time? While the Divine Dragon slept, I mean.
I was there, though time passed quite quickly. I saw the admirable job you did standing guard.
Thank you! And I'm gonna do an even better job for you and for the Divine Dragon from now on.
I do not doubt it, Framme. Together, we are sure to be an unstoppable force.
Lord Ike, do you mind me tagging along with you so much?
I like it, actually. It reminds me of when I used to hang out with a band of mercenaries.
Whew, I was worried. It's just, you hardly ever smile, you know?
Sorry to worry you. My friends used to tell me my social skills needed some work.
I hope you'll come to rely on me one day, Framme. Unless you're worried you can't.
No, that's not it. I just wish we had our own secret signal. Like a special look or a wink.
A special wink between us. Interesting. So how about this? Make eye contact and...
Yes! That's the perfect secret signal for us, Lady Corrin. You're the best.
Feels like I bulked up a ton after all the fights we've been through. What do you think?
If you did, I haven't noticed. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. I really like your bluntness.
Well, my friends keep telling me I should be more considerate. Glad it's not a problem.
Alfred, you look like you have something to say.
I wondered if you also had a tough time building muscle. Probably runs in the family, right?
Actually, my father was rather burly.
What? So one day you might be too? Boy, do I envy you. If that happens, show me.
That was a close call when we got separated from everyone, huh?
I could swear we'd gone in a straight line, but before I knew it, we were lost in the woods. Good thing you were there to point out the road. I don't know what I'd do without you.
It was no problem. I'll guide you down whatever path you want, Boucheron.
Out of all my siblings, my parents were strictest with me. I used to worry they hated me.
They expected much because they saw much potential. You learned discipline from this, yes?
Well, they gave me a body to run with, and running is how I ease my mind. So there's that.
Naturally, parents wish to protect their children. The reasons may elude the child, however.
Seeing the things you put yourself through in the name of training is rather daunting.
It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. But I've got a secret weapon. It's a fear and ease muscle bomb. It boosts the effects of your training, no matter who you are.
But even with that, you still have to train, right? If only you could cut that part out entirely.
I would go to any lengths necessary for my nation. A royal's duty is nothing less.
A royal has many duties. You must consider carefully which is most important. Align yourself with your people and their needs, or you may begin an endless cycle of hatred.
Thank you for that perspective, Sigurd. Your hard-won experience is invaluable.
More training today, Princess? You're pretty committed.
There are times when bloodshed is necessary to protect one's people. When those times come, I cannot stand by and leave this dirty business to our soldiers.
A princess on the front line, huh? You're not the first I've known. Your subjects must love you.
What made you become a knight, Chloe?
I loved the idea of a young noble on Pegasus' back, protecting the princess, like in fairy tales. Oh, but I take it seriously, too. I'm going to fight for a peaceful Firenze, if you'll fight with me.
That sounds like a lovely tale. I'd be happy to play a part in it.
Good work, Jean. You had so many patients to treat today that it must have worn on you.
Thanks for thinking of me, but it was probably much worse for my patients. If I was a better doctor, I could treat them faster and more effectively.
They have their lives, and that's what counts. You have to take care of yourself, too. I don't regret my choice, but I've sometimes wondered if there was another option.
What strategy would follow? Not attacking, but not retreating? Surrender to both sides?
When you say it like that, I'm honestly not sure what would have followed such a choice.
It may have been hard, but you didn't run from making a tough call. I admire your will, Corrin.
My brother is always supportive of me, but he's just being kind. I'm sure secretly.
Perhaps this is just me, but if he truly felt otherwise, would he really be so considerate? Everyone still has something to learn and room to grow. Our brothers see our true potential.
I suppose you're right. I worry that I won't live up to that potential. But I'll try my best, like you.
I want to help the Divine Dragon, so I should be strong. How do I get strong, Lord Sigurd?
A knight's duty is to aid their people. That alone was the inspiration I needed to train daily. Yet it is not enough. Strength, compassion, must be a regular practice as well. Study the heart.
The heart? Huh. Okay. Thank you, Lord Sigurd. I'm going to think about this.
I heard Framme using a word, venerable. It means more than simply being likable, yes?
True. It's a bit more than just being likable. It's more like saying you respect somebody because they're full of wisdom.
I see. There are truly strong feelings attached to the word. I shall try to use it sometime soon.
I was born on the plains, and I've always missed them since I left.
You get that way too? Wow, I do feel better. I thought I might be pathetic.
No, it just means we love where we came from. When you can, go and visit your parents.
Maybe I will. Right now, though, I can't imagine being away from the Divine Dragon. Twins are strange, right? We're born at the same time, but one is always older.
My brother always uses the excuse that he's older so he can do things for me. He says being younger means getting doted on, even if I was born at nearly the same time.
If he's anything like me, he's showing you how much he loves his twin. Say, Lord Ike, would it be okay with you if I came along to today's training session?
Feel free, but can you keep up physically? I don't want to hurt you.
Of course. I want to get stronger so I can help everyone who needs me.
All right then. Let's see if you can keep up until the end.
You look like you feel down, Clanne. Can I help you with anything?
I'm thinking about the Divine Dragon, and, well, my heart kind of aches because of it. Imagine sleeping that long, then you wake up and it's just bad thing after bad thing.
That's sweet. Let us both help to end the war, so everyone can have peace in their life.
I've been thinking about family trees and how, even after I'm gone, my line will go on and on.
The stewards will too. You'll be part of their history, and they'll strive to be as heroic as you, much as I tried to become someone King Marth would be proud of.
You've inspired me, Lady Lucina. I'm going to show all the future stewards how to be a hero. You never smile or anything, so it's hard to tell how you feel. But it turns out you're really nice.
What did I do that gave you that impression?
You always look out for me, say hello, and treat me like we're equals. It makes me happy.
I am pleased you feel that way, and I hope we can continue working together.
I figured out why you're called the Hero King. You're super powerful and don't need anyone.
Not at all. I was powerless on my own. I only succeeded with the help of others. My life belonged to my friends, and their own to me. I fought for them, and they called me hero.
So power is earned and not given. Thanks for teaching me that, Lord Marth.
Lady Celica, what would I have to do to be as elegant as you?
That's nice of you to think I'm elegant, Framme, but I think you're lovely the way you are.
But I'm not. Not at all. Everyone gets annoyed at me for being so gawky and unrefined.
No, everyone loves you for being full of energy. So you just keep being wonderful you.
I'm writing a letter to my family back home. I miss them so much.
I never received a letter from my child. Although it would have pleased me greatly if I had.
Aww, that's sad. Lord Sigurd, would it be okay if I wrote you a letter sometime?
That is very kind of you, Framme. Receiving a letter from you would please me immensely.
Okay, what we do now is wait at that corner for the Divine One to pass by. Yes, the line of sight seems like it'd be perfect. Is it really okay to bring you along for this stuff?
Of course. I asked you to, remember? I enjoy learning about your unusual style of worship. They're coming. Let's go, Framme. It will be the best angle to see from. Do you agree?
So many folks are stronger than I am, Lord Roy. What if I can't protect the Divine Dragon?
You are strong, Framme. And you are very good at taking care of the Divine One. Besides, there are some things only you can do. Your enthusiastic support is a powerful thing.
Okay, I'm gonna put all I've got into protecting the Divine Dragon. Just you wait and see. Dragons live much longer than humans. So one day, I'll have to leave the Divine Dragon's side.
Framme, the more you love someone, the harder it is to imagine being apart from them. But if you spend your time fretting about it,
you won't enjoy the time you have together.
You're right, Lady Lin. I'm gonna enjoy every second I have with the Divine Dragon. Does your brother annoy you, Lady Eirika? Or do you just totally love him? You can tell me.
I love him, of course. He is family. But more than that, he is the person I trust and respect the most. And that will never change.
That's sweet. I feel the same. I should probably tell my brother, but it sounds so mushy. I really, really wish I could be more like you, Lady Lucina. You're so mature and in control.
Not really. I've been in trouble a few times after accidentally breaking things while training. And Framme, your enthusiasm is part of your charm. I hope that never changes.
I'm really glad to hear that, Lady Lucina. If you like that I'm peppy, then peppy I'll always be. You're so nice, Professor. I bet your students loved having a teacher like you.
I enjoyed being a teacher, but it's fair to say my students taught me many things as well. Just like you, Framme. You've taught me a lot, and for that, I'm very grateful.
Oh, you're making me blush. I feel like I should be the one thanking you.
I'm afraid sometimes my own power won't be enough. Would you read my future for me?
I see a bright future for you. One that you'll forge with all the friends at your side. But I don't need any special foresight to know that. You're strong enough to overturn any fate.
Thank you. I shouldn't doubt myself so much, huh? I think I can do it. With your help, anyway.
Long ago, I was driven from my home. But I'd have died if I stayed. All would have been lost.
I see what you mean. Sometimes you have to withdraw. But did you win in the end?
Yes. I made a new future, and you can too. So never give up until your last breath.
Understood. Then no matter how hard things get, I'll believe that they'll turn out for the best. Do you ever start second-guessing yourself after making an important decision?
There's one choice I always reflect on. Every option would have hurt those I cared for, but I don't regret it. I chose what I did for the sake of the people I trusted the most.
Thanks. Thinking about who I trust is a good signpost for any tough calls I have to make. Before you were a professor, you were a mercenary? What do mercenaries do?
They're fighting forces for hire. We went to war for nations without belonging to them, so our allies in one battle might be our enemies in the next.
Though with enough motive, that could happen anyway. Thanks for the lesson, Professor.
You are quite skilled with your hands, Vander. I was unaware you can knit.
I say it's merely a hobby, but I took it up for its practical uses, as well as for relaxation. My thinking is, once peace is restored, I shall engross myself wholly in my knitting.
A good plan. Let us end this war, and make the world a place where you may knit in peace.
I see an old friend when I look at you. Sadly, his death was a result of my carelessness. He sacrificed everything to fulfill my wishes, and I could give him nothing in return.
I do not know this person, but I imagine they were proud to have served you. To have someone in their life who was both lord and friend? A rare blessing indeed.
I see you're knitting. Is this how you made the lacework you showed me before?
Indeed. Knitting beautiful patterns like these requires subtle technique and a delicate touch. More importantly, it calms the heart. There is nothing else I would rather do after a battle.
Well then, I'm intrigued. I hope you'll show me more of your creations.
Such times are these. Queen Lumera gone, the Divine Dragon awake, and Lady Lin beside me. Life does as it will. I am but a passenger on this journey.
1,000 years ago, I never imagined I'd be awakened from the ring again. I think you're right. We're passengers, but we're also constantly blessed with new experiences.
I want to protect others, the same as you.
I may well lack your noble heritage, but I share your convictions. That a princess and an old knight might each risk all in service of that belief. It is surprising.
Not at all. We are the same in that we both try to protect those who can't protect themselves.
The way you're built, you must have been quite the fighter in your day.
I have trained hard to stay in shape during my years of service to Queen Lumera, and I'll be long retired before I begin lagging behind you youngsters.
I'm not a youngster. Oh, wait, I understand. Still, if we get the chance, I'd like to spar.
Oh, Vander, you dropped something. Is that a knitting needle?
Ah, that's... well, it's maybe a little embarrassing.
You knit? What a fantastic hobby to have. You must show me your past works.
Oh, it's just something to keep my hands busy, but your excitement is appreciated.
Watching you knit, I am reminded of my mother knitting when I was little.
Oh, she must have been a spectacular woman. By the by, the sweater you asked for, the one adorned with my visage, it is finished. Who shall I give it to?
Oh, splendid! I imagine the Divine Dragon will love it. I can't think of a better gift.
You work too hard, Vander. Can't you delegate some of your duties?
I've performed my day's work since I was a lad. It's not at all a burden worth delegating. Still, I do appreciate your concern, nevertheless.
I see. Well, please don't overextend yourself. We need you on the battlefield, not in the infirmary.
Wish these thoughts would stop buzzing in my head. Only one thing to do about that.
Are you troubled by doubts, Etier? You may feel better talking about it. A fear shared is often a fear dispelled.
I appreciate it, but nothing works for me like exercise. I'm gonna out-jog these doubts. If you did want muscle, though, could you build any? Being an emblem and all.
I've never tried it, so I can't say for sure.
If you could, then you'd be able to work out with me. You should give it a go.
That sounds fun. Even if nothing comes of it, I'll enjoy spending time with you.
You seem pleased, Etier. Did you get some good news?
No, I got some good meat. Nothing but the best food for my muscles.
Meat's how you help build muscle, huh?
Obviously, my weight training and daily runs played a part. Speaking of which, be back soon.
Working out is important to you, but I worry that you might be overdoing it.
Trust me, what looks like too much to you is just right for me. I know my limits. Every session, I push them just a little bit further so I can reach new heights.
If you say so, I'm not going to stop worrying, but I trust your ability to overcome anything.
I must say, Etier, the idea of working out as a way of life has opened my mind.
The best part is you really get results going about it that way. Still, you've got to focus on the process, not the results. Want to give it a try sometime, Eirika?
I'd like that. If I see things your way, I think I could train hard while having fun doing it.
You know, if everyone in the world just trained more, there'd be no more war.
How does that work?
I feel great after a good exercise. If everyone felt like that all the time, what's left to fight over?
I'm not sure that makes sense. But if everyone thought it did, maybe it could work.
Wow, your abs are so toned. That must have taken a lot of work.
Yeah, I guess so. I just like giving my abs some tough love.
How so?
By working them hard. The rougher the routine, the better that exhaustion feels afterward.
Are you having dinner again? But didn't everyone just eat together?
You have to eat right along with your exercise, or you'll lose muscle mass. If anything happened to my abs after I spent so long on them, I'd probably cry.
That makes sense. It's very thorough of you.
This war has ravaged the land and polluted the waters. It needs to stop, and soon.
Your hometown is a good village, I hear. With greenery everywhere. Clear water, too, I expect.
Yes, the rivers there are like crystal. I'd often go there to fish. I wonder if they still sparkle.
Draw strength from your love of the land. Combine it with ours as we work to bring peace.
It's rare for you to ask me favors. Is something troubling you?
I heard there was a lovely forest and wanted to see it. But it's quite far and I can't go alone.
Sure, I could put on the ring and take you. I've wanted to see it myself, but I get lost so easily.
Then you handle the walk, I'll handle the directions, and we'll both have a lovely time.
Is it true you have a son, Sigurd? I bet he's an outstanding knight.
Indeed, he was a glorious knight. After my death, alas.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm very sorry to hear it.
Worry not. The bond between he and I endures beyond time and space. He is his father's son.
You're not busy today, are you, Leif? Want to come fishing with me?
A fine idea. The weather is perfect for it. And you shall need me along to prevent you from becoming lost on the way.
Guilty as charged. Whether in or out of battle, I'd always be lost without you.
I'd like to take up reading as a hobby, but not being able to turn the pages is an issue.
Well, if there's a book you want to read, I'd be happy to turn the pages for you.
Thank you. I'm curious about Elios, so a history book would be nice. Or is that too long?
No sweat. These muscles of mine could power through 1,000 pages if they had to.
You seemed lost earlier. What's your plan if we have to fight in a forest?
No, that's no problem. I'll just follow my friends. Although if I lose track of them too... Guess I'll just deal with it when it happens.
And if we get surrounded, maybe you'd better stick close to me.
You seem a little down. What's the matter?
Well, Prince Alfred was saying once again how jealous he is of my physique. He wished he could trade everything from the neck down. Now I'm stuck with that image.
I can see why he'd wish that, but I think you're both perfect the way you are.
So even emblems work out. But do you really need to do it all the time?
I must always strive for more. My body must be perfectly honed if I'm to save the world.
Doing too much will wear you down, not build you up. How about we take a book break?
If that is what you advise, then very well. Would you read to me from one of your favorites?
Once again, I'm really sorry. I can't believe I got lost coming back from fishing in broad daylight.
It's fine. I enjoyed the sight of the sun filtering through the trees on the long walk home. The sunny forest was a nice change of pace from the long nights where I grew up.
You're so nice to me, Corrin. I hope I can learn to always see the bright side like you do.
You have a true passion for exercise. I applaud your dedication.
I was a sickly kid, so I used to do it to toughen up. It's grown into a hobby by now.
Illness can lay low even the hardiest knight. You have done well to compensate for it.
I train hard, that's all. Speaking of which, I'm going for a run. Want to join me?
Alfred, I thought you were taking part in the War Council today.
Yeah, but it's deadlocked right now. I came out to get a few reps in and collect my thoughts. You're our national emblem, after all. We gotta come up with something to make you proud.
That's very sweet, Alfred. Maybe I could join you on a run.
I hide it well, but I was a pretty sickly kid. My mother was always worried about my health.
It is your intense training that has brought you your current, robust health, I take it?
No doubt. I took it seriously and never missed a single workout session.
I could learn a lot from your dedication and how you overcome your problems without giving up.
Up and at 'em, Roy. It's dawn. The perfect time for a workout.
I admire your enthusiasm, but don't you think this is a little early?
Nonsense. The early bird catches the worm, and our muscles are ready to feast.
I'm not sure that's true, but you're the expert. Let's get to work.
I'm an early riser too, so I think you were right when you said we're a lot alike.
You really think so? I knew it. What do you say we work out together? I bet you could get pretty buff with my routine.
I don't think I can put on any more muscle, but it sounds fun, so why not?
I train and train, but I just can't seem to build muscle. Any idea why that might be?
Maybe it's your constitution? My oldest friend had the same problem.
I know. I'll get the whole kingdom together to come up with something to push past my limits.
Wow, you're serious about this. It's good to be committed, but be careful not to overdo it.
I was never in a position to choose my path. I wonder sometimes if that was a good thing.
Everyone's lives turn out differently. You never know when you'll reach your crossroads. One day, you'll be in a position to decide your kingdom's future. That's a big choice in itself.
I'll take those words to heart. And I'll think it through before that time comes.
Whew. Everyone's pushing themselves so hard, I can barely keep up with all the injuries.
I understand that it is difficult for you, but you must rise to meet the challenge, as they do.
That's true. And it's not like I have nothing to fight for. My home, the tea fields, my friends.
Yours is the grease that keeps our wheel of war moving onward. We all appreciate your work.
What made you become a knight, Sigurd? Was your father one too?
My lineage was a factor, yes. More than that, I wish to use my might to protect the people.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want to help people too. Medicine is my way of doing that.
You have a heart noble as any knight. Let us swear together to watch over our countrymen.
How did you get to be so strong, Leif? I wish I was more like you.
I wonder the same thing about others. Besides, Jean, you are stronger than you know already.
It doesn't feel like that. I've put in the study and practiced a lot, but I'm not a great doctor yet.
No need to hurry. Simply fix your eyes upon your goal and reach it one step at a time.
Your medical know-how has been a big help. You've clearly been studying.
Thanks, Roy. I still have a long way to go before I'm a real doctor, though.
Now you're being humble. We'll need those skills of yours in our fight for peace.
Right. I'll keep studying and working hard to make my home island proud.
It's hard imitating someone else's speech. You can end up making yourself feel unwelcome.
I've tried to mimic the way everyone else talks too, but I couldn't keep it up.
It's better that way. The things we can't change about ourselves are what make us special.
I will be helping a lot of people on this journey. They'll all learn about my home. People's hearts are like teacups. Remnants can collect over time and pool at the bottom.
Is that so? What happens if it overflows?
It could become a real problem. You should talk it out with a professional before that happens.
My heart does feel lighter when we talk, so there is a way you can treat me after all.
How come you're always paying so much attention to me, Ike?
I just respect anyone who can treat wounds. If it bothers you, I'll stop.
Oh, it's no bother. I just get a little self-conscious about it, that's all.
You know what it is? My little sis was a healer. I guess you remind me of her a bit.
Jean, are you crying? Sorry I had to see that. I lost a patient who got hurt in battle. I wasn't good enough. And on top of that, I can't seem to stop crying. Why can't I just be grown up already? Going through this will make you stronger. You're going to be an amazing doctor, Jean.
I'm so tired. I can't even lift a finger anymore.
You did outstanding today, Jean. But don't work yourself to the bone. I understand wanting to save as many as you can. But if we lose you, all that stops.
You're right. I'll be careful not to let myself end up as the next one in a sickbed. What do you think, Professor? Am I a good enough fighter yet?
It's good that you want to do your part, but you should look after yourself first.
I know that. I really do. But I see all that's happening, and I can't help myself.
You know, follow your instincts, Jean. I'll watch out for you.
I love my kingdom and its people, which is why I have resolved to fight on their behalf.
I know all too well that there are things in this world worth taking up arms to defend.
Thank you. It's good to know others feel as I do. I breathe easier fighting with one of like mind.
I shall fight by your side as long as you will have me, until the day your kingdom is safe.
Whatever has put you in such a good mood?
A new shoot sprouted in the courtyard flower bed. And I had a lovely cup of tea earlier today. These small joys are to be cherished. I hope you don't think me childish for that.
Never. You have taught me that a happy life is built from the slow accumulation of small joys.
You're more than a fighter. You're an excellent strategist and commander, too. Most impressive.
I had to study hard to be a successful lord. I was schooled at the largest city in my nation.
I've had an eclectic education, but you are proof there are gaps in my lessons.
Well, experience counts for a lot, too. There's no classroom like the battlefield.
Thank you for taking tea with me. I always find great joy in our chats.
So do I. We'll do this again soon, I hope.
Of course. Hearing tales of your world makes me reconsider my own approach to life.
Meanwhile, I'm learning a lot about tea. There's so much beyond the plains I never knew.
Is it true that you can foresee the future? Do you find that to be a blessing or a burden?
I've had some unpleasant visions, if that's what you mean. They made it hard to stay positive, but they don't necessarily come true. We have the power to shape our own tomorrow.
I believe it is your ability to see silver linings, rather than the future, that makes you special. What do you think we ought to do to achieve true peace, Lucina?
Explore peaceful ways of solving problems to begin with. Violence should be a last resort. I'm only one person, but I'll wield my sword when necessary to protect my loved ones.
On that score, we are of one mind. Let us keep working toward peace, however we must. I've brewed some tea for you, Corrin. Though you can't taste it, the smell may do you good.
Ah, this smells just like the tea that my butler would make whenever I was exhausted.
Excellent. I brewed it based on your description. I felt so sad that you could no longer drink it.
I'm touched that you went through all the trouble. Nobody brews tea like you, Céline.
Would you mind having a look at this, Byleth? I intended it as a gift for you.
A flower? But why?
Since you can't drink your favorite teas, I thought that this peony might help soothe you.
That's very thoughtful, Céline. Thank you. It's a beautiful flower.
Until I met Princess Céline, I knew nothing of the world. I never thought it could be so vast.
So many work tirelessly just to survive. Think of them as you fight.
I'll try as hard as I must to keep them safe. Is that the secret to it, Marth?
It is. Together with our allies that we have grown so close to, we shall bring about peace.
Celica, can you tell me anything about the food in your world? Specifically the folk foods.
We had our own signature dishes, if that's what you mean. I was fond of Dagon filet.
Dagon filet? Oh, just the name sounds incredible. What kind of food is that?
It's a slice of a sea creature native to Zofia. One bite is enough to chase away any fatigue.
You're taking breaks now and then, right, Sigurd? Even emblems need rest. I think.
My year-long stay in Celeste was the last time I felt truly at peace.
That long, huh? Why don't you rest a minute? I'm told my shoulder is an excellent pillow.
I must decline due to my incorporeal nature. Perhaps I may tell you a story instead.
Hey, Leif, don't go too overboard, okay?
What brought on the sudden bout of concern?
Well, you always seem a little tense. Relax. I'm here for you.
I am still not quite used to this world, I suppose. Your help will get me there. Thank you, Chloe.
Do you have any favorite stories, Roy? I bet you'd like tales of dashing heroes.
I can think of a few. The best for me are the ones with happy endings.
I like uplifting stories, too. I hope that's how our quest to bring peace to the world turns out.
So do I. And the good news is that if we work hard enough, we'll get to write our own ending.
Hey, Lynn, look what I got. It's gecko rolled in pepper and fried in frog oil.
Oh, is that for me? Oh no, what a shame. emblems can't eat food.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Here, I'll describe every last detail of the taste to you as I eat.
Every detail? No, thank you. Maybe some other time when you eat something more common.
I hope you're not working too hard just because so many people are counting on you, Ike.
I appreciate the concern, but I wouldn't worry. I seek out the tough foes because I like to. Guess that might seem odd to folks, though.
If you say so. But just so you know, if you ever feel overwhelmed, you can always tell me.
The presence of so many different foods proves that this world hasn't yielded to despair.
I agree. Still, more and more of those stalls close down every day.
We'll put a stop to that. Let us return light to this world, so that they may reopen once more.
And so all the best foods are back on the menu, right? That's something worth fighting for.
We've been working together for so long, but you never picture yourself with me, Chloe.
Sorry, Corrin, but I'm just a knight. You need someone much more epic to stand beside.
Nonsense. How many battles have we fought together now? We're already great partners.
Aw, that's so nice of you to say. The two of us side by side must be pretty magical indeed. Did your world have its own rare folk foods?
Folk foods? Let me think. I had Rocky Burdock a few times.
Wow, what a name. It sounds pretty tough, though. Was it hard to eat?
I admit that it was. But it was good medicine, and eating it always filled me with strength.
It has not escaped my notice how considerate you are. Have you always been this way?
I've aimed to please since I was a child. Perhaps my large family of brothers was the cause. I shall always be grateful to my family for that. It's why I was chosen as a retainer.
Your support on the battlefield puts us all at ease. You serve us well, Louis.
You've seemed a little distant lately. Did I do something to offend you?
Not at all, Celica. I'm as fond of you as ever.
Then why do you keep your distance? I only know you're present when I talk to others.
To intrude in that way would be to take a brush in hand and improve on fine art. I would never.
You have a grim look today, Louis. Is there something wrong?
Yes. Try as I might, I'm having difficulty completely fading into the background.
Ah, it would be a useful talent for setting up an ambush. I have no advice for you, though.
I had thought more along the lines of observing scenes play out naturally, but still, thank you.
What's got you in such a good mood, Louis?
In truth, Roy, I observed a group of people in town who were having a grand time. They were laughing, smiling, dancing. It must be wonderful to have that kind of friendship.
That does sound wonderful. Remember their faces as we fight for peace.
There is such warmth in being surrounded by amiable friends. I'd disappear into it if I could.
I've never met anyone who enjoyed watching people get along as much as you do.
Enjoyment comes in all forms, including this one. Now, shall we find you some new friends?
Hey, that's my ring! How many people do you plan on introducing me to?
Your guess before was surprisingly accurate. My friend was a princess and a Pegasus knight.
A winning combination, to be sure. I'd like to hear more about her, if you wouldn't mind. Discussing her with someone else might help to alleviate your loneliness. Tell me every detail.
There's some sense in that suggestion, but your enthusiasm is a bit off-putting.
What was that unusual blend of tea you made the other day? It was so dark.
That would have been black tea steeped in grape juice. It's how we brew it back home.
Grape juice? That's an interesting way of doing it. Is there some reason for that?
They say it's very effective at keeping one looking young. We can't all be emblems, alas.
I get you now, Louis. You want to fade into the background for your people-watching hobby.
Quite right. So you see, you needn't worry about my fading into the background.
But I love it when people get along, too. You should take me with you next time.
Ah, you and I, invisible to all but one another. An intriguing dynamic I had never considered. I saw you watching our chef with no small fascination. Are you a cook yourself?
Yes, I used to like cooking quite a bit.
A professor who cooks, eh? Now that's an intriguing prospect.
Are you okay, Louis? Did we lose you?
Do you struggle with any specific skills, Marth? Between you and me, magic intimidates me.
The Crown Prince of Brodia is not as flawless as rumored? Is there a story behind this?
When I was young, I set off an explosion during a magic lesson. I feared it ever since.
Where you struggle, rely on your friends. I did, and so was also known as the Rallying Hero.
I'm so thankful you've joined our fight, Celica. You don't even have a connection to our world.
I wouldn't say I have no connection. It feels as if being summoned to Helios was my destiny.
In that case, I hope you'll see the destiny of Helios through to the end.
Of course, Diamant. We'll bring peace to this world as quickly as we can.
When this war is over, Sigurd, I hope you'll join us in Brodia. I could learn so much from you.
A high compliment from a man with your skills. Still, the Dragon Divine must approve. No matter what, you and I now share a deep bond. Near or far, that bond will never break.
Well said, Sigurd. With your help, I will see this battle through to the end. As a future king, I've studied all major subjects. Political theory, economics, martial arts. But magic? I could never get a handle on magic. It seems beyond me.
So, even the Crown Prince of Brodia has room for growth. That's a bit surprising. If magic concerns you, just count on me. I'll do everything I can to support you in battle.
If Brodia's remaining forces fall, the kingdom could be destroyed. I can't bear that thought.
I know how hard it is to leave soldiers behind. For their sake, we must claim a swift victory. Brodia will not fall into ruin, Diamant. Never will you suffer the same anguish that I did.
Thank you, Lucina. That's reassuring. You may never claim a throne, but you are a great leader. War is built on hatred. That hatred bears new tragedies of its own. There is no reason for it.
I'm surprised to hear you speak like this. I had assumed you were always hungry for battle.
I do think a strong military is important, but only if it serves the common citizens.
I agree. Wars offer little to gain and much to lose. You'll make an excellent king, Diamant.
If the legend of the emblems was true all along, then every other legend must be true as well.
They might be. This world is full of mysteries.
You agree with me, Celica? Whoa! That's great! Come on, let's go search for some legends.
What? You're going right now? And taking me with you? How very Amber of you, Amber.
I was slain in battle with my dreams unfulfilled. Fortunately, my son finished what I began.
Whoa! I hope I can fight as well as your son. I want to become a true alpaca Hamlet miracle.
It must be wonderful to see one's child grow into a hero. Pursue your passions, Amber.
I will! I have a lot to learn from you, Sigurd. I hope you'll stick around. I want to create an entire battalion of alpacas, but I can't get Prince Diamant to sign off on it.
If I were Diamant, I would surely prefer horses. Alpacas may be difficult to mobilize. What unique strengths do alpacas have? If you lead with those, he might be easier to convince.
Oh, there are so many. Like, oh, their cuteness. It'll sap an enemy's will to fight. Hey, Roy, I have to ask. You do know what an alpaca is, right?
Alpacas? Those are the woolly animals that live in your homeland, right?
Yeah! I figured Brodia's emblem should know all about them. Like how super fluffy they are.
Super fluffy, huh? They must be fun to pet, too. Tell me more.
Aw, I wish we had alpacas here. I want to pet one so badly. What am I saying?
Too late, Lynn. I heard that. You've been overwhelmed by alpaca power.
I hate to admit it, but it seems you're right. And I think I've come to appreciate your power, too.
You have? Really? But you're so much cooler than me. I'm sort of stunned, but happy too. Your retainer was called the Silver Knight, and I'm just an alpaca wrangling master. Aww.
Is something the matter, Amber? You look as if you're in pain.
I'm a royal retainer, but I don't have a cool title. What can I do to earn a knightly nickname?
There's just one thing you should do. Your best. Legends and nicknames will follow. I promise.
I heard a legend about a golden fleeced alpaca. Let's go find it, Ike.
Okay, but where? Do you have any clues we could start with?
Alpacas live on mountains. If we search every mountain, top to bottom, we'll find it for sure.
Oh, so it's going to be a long trip.
I've been wondering, Micaiah, don't you ever get cold? Your clothes look so light.
That's not a problem for emblems like me, but I appreciate your concern.
Well, if you ever feel cold, I'll get you a sweater from home. They're made from alpaca wool.
Oh, thank you, Amber. I may not feel the cold, but your kindness never fails to warm my heart.
Hey, Lucina, I'm heading out to find a legendary weapon. Want to come?
A legendary weapon? If we had something like that, we could turn the tide of this terrible war. I imagine the quest ahead will be most challenging. What's your plan?
Well, I know hundreds of legends. If we look for all of them, we're sure to find one that's real. Okay, so alpacas don't have wings, but if they did, I'm sure they'd be super cute.
You really love alpacas, don't you? Your eyes always light up when you talk about them.
I do love them. A lot. But it helps that you're fun to talk to, Corrin.
I'm happy to hear that. I like talking to you too, Amber. You're a great ally.
Leif, do you have a spare moment?
Yes, I have time right now. What would you like to discuss?
I need a twist for my new novel. Are there any tales from your world that might inspire me?
I see. I would be happy to assist. Let me begin with the story of the 12 Crusaders.
I've noticed that you enjoy books and stories, Roy. Is that true?
I do. Stories teach the best lessons after all. Oh, that's right. You're a writer, aren't you?
I am. In fact, I've written something that I'd like to run by you. I need to field test a few jokes.
Great. I can start reading it right now. If you wouldn't mind turning the pages for me.
Your novel had me in stitches, Jade. I'm amazed at how well you hide your humorous side.
I get that a lot. Like you said, I'm always serious about laughter. Some people think I never laugh.
Well, I, for one, think I've gotten much better at reading your happier expressions.
You have? You're a funny warrior, Lynn. But I guess it takes one to know one.
I wish I could make people laugh in the way that you do, Jade.
You do? Why is that?
Should a battle turn dire, that gift could help to hearten our allies. I fear such a day approaches.
You're earnest and kind, Eirika. Your presence alone is all the comfort we'll need. Sir Ike, have you ever known anyone with a quirky personality? I need new character ideas.
Quirky? Let me think. I fought alongside a gambler once. He was always drowning in debt.
Interesting. Did that ever cause any problems, having a gambling addict join your ranks?
It did, but even our most troublesome allies proved worthy of defending over time.
I hear you once led a band of freedom fighters called the Dawn Brigade? Was that the name?
That's right. But we weren't as pristine as that makes us sound. Some mistook us for bandits.
You? Mistaken for a common blade-licking bandit? That's... Sorry, I just can't picture it.
No need to hold back. It is pretty funny. Despite that confusion, most still called us virtuous.
Have you calmed down at all, Corrin? Or will I still cause a giggle fit just by standing here?
All better now. Your novels were so good. You make me want to try writing stories of my own.
I hope you do. I would love to read any kind of novel you might write.
Is there any greater feeling than to know your actions will bring someone joy? I doubt it.
By the way, I write novels. I know it's an odd hobby for someone like me.
I don't think it's odd at all. I know there's a complex person under all that armor, but I am curious to know what kinds of stories you write. May I read some of them?
Of course, Professor. Huh. I saw you smile. We'll see if I can get a full laugh out of you next.
You're really incredible, Lord Marth. I apologize for being such a disappointment.
Disappointment? Never. You are skilled with a bow and fighting for your kingdom.
But the list ends there. Those are the only things I can do.
No, Alchrist. Those are not the only things you can do. They are things that only you can do.
You showed our enemies an impressive display of power in that last battle. Well done, Alchrist.
That can't be true. Please, just forget I'm here. I should crawl under a rock where I belong.
It is true, Alchrist. After all, it takes real skill to wield the powers of an emblem like me.
That's so kind of you. Thank you, Lady Celica. I'm not sure, but I think I feel a bit happier.
You have a natural talent for spotting the best qualities in others. I hope you recognize that.
I wouldn't say I'm talented at it. It's just the simple fact that everyone is better than I am.
So certain. I hope you manage to turn that keen eye toward yourself someday, Alchrist.
Thank you, Lord Sigurd. I can't promise that will happen, but I'll try. Brodia is known for its precious gems, but I fight for our people. They're the real treasure.
That sounds like the mindset of a true leader. Brodia's citizens must be proud of you, Alchrist.
No, that can't be true. How could they? If the citizens are like gems, I'm more like a pebble.
You place value in your country's people. I'm sure they value you in return. And so do I.
You were brilliant in that last battle, Alchrist. Great work covering everyone else's backs.
My allies were in danger. I couldn't afford to hesitate. It was nothing, really.
You call that nothing? You struck each enemy down with a single blow. I called that powerful.
Such high praise! From the emblem of Brodia. I don't know what to say except thank you.
Your skills are impressive, but you have no confidence to match. I'm confused.
I apologize, Lord Ike. If you compare me to my stronger brother, it may become clear.
I had a similar problem looking up to my father. You are strong, Alchrist. Try to remember that.
Thank you, Ike. I'm not sure why, but you make me think that's actually possible. My brother is 1 in a million. Strong, wise, kind. He's truly a wonder to behold.
Oh, but Alchrist, you're a wonder as well.
Me? No. I'm just leftover scraps compared to Diamant.
Your strong, wise, kind older brother disagrees. Would you add lying to that list of words?
There are so many wonderful people among our ranks. I have no right to stand beside all of you.
That's not true, Alchrist. I'd be struggling if it weren't for you. I still have so much to learn, so much growing to do. I hope you'll keep fighting by my side.
That seems impossible. But if you truly need my help, I'll lend you every bit of my strength.
You always envy other people, Alchrist, but I actually envy you in many ways. I often wish I was a regular human like you. Alas, I was fated to be this way.
I was unaware of your burden, Lady Corrin. My envy made me thoughtless. I apologize. It will take me some time, but with you by my side, I feel like I can learn to fight with pride. When I pass on, I'll be an obscure footnote in history with no accomplishments to my name.
Many people do pass on without making their mark, but I doubt that will be your case.
You really think I'll achieve something? My skills are so lacking. What good could I possibly do?
My students taught me that everyone finds their own path. I know you'll find yours too, Alchrist.
Alchrist places much trust in you. There is a familial closeness there, if I'm not mistaken.
Alchrist and I are cousins. We grew up around each other, so we're quite comfortable together. The same goes for Diamant. I don't see a crown prince or a flawless warrior. I just see Diamant.
Relationships built on time and trust. Wonderful. I hope we can claim the same someday.
You're skilled at magic, right, Celica? Could you teach me? I'll repay you with any gift you'd like.
I'd be happy to teach you, but I don't need any payment. That's how our dynamic works.
Our dynamic? I hope I'm not presuming too much. Are you saying we're close friends?
Not presumptuous at all. That's precisely what I was saying. I'm always happy to help you.
I have to thank you, Sigurd. Your power helps me protect those I love. And I love so many.
Your time among our allies has formed lasting connections. Some even stronger than blood.
You're right. I do feel connected to everyone. And that goes for you, too.
Indeed. Bonds forged through battle are even stronger. And ours will last far into the future.
I became Alchrist's retainer through my family's connections. My actual skills are rather lacking. I'm working hard to improve, but everyone else is so strong. I don't think I'll ever catch up.
Try not to rush yourself. Strength in battle is not something you can achieve overnight. Besides, your allies count on you for more than sheer strength. That is certainly true of me.
I come from a kingdom of warriors, yet I'm so weak. I wish I could just buy physical strength.
Haven't you noticed yet, Citrinne? You've grown much stronger since we first met.
Really? You honestly think so, Roy?
You can't buy the kind of experience you found on the battlefield. And we're not done yet.
Wonderful news, Lynn. I found a way to not be upset by frightened reactions to my face.
That's much different from your original goal. I like this one better. How did you do it?
I imagine that the other person is merely acting scared of my face. As a joke. And jokes are fun.
If it works, it works. I don't think you have to worry. You're kind and everyone knows it.
I've given it plenty of thought, Citrinne, and I've landed on a gift idea that I would truly love.
Oh, that's marvelous. I'm so glad. Tell me, what expression of our friendship shall I buy for you?
What I would cherish most is the knowledge that you care for me. And I already have that.
Oh, Eirika. If that's a gift, then you've given it right back to me. Let's both cherish it together. I enjoy your company, Ike. You must let me treat you to something. What would you like?
Nothing particular comes to mind.
It can be anything. The sky is the limit.
In that case, I suppose you could help me practice smiling.
Children always cry when they see me smile. How can I get them to stop being scared of me?
It's normal for children to fear strangers. I'm sure they won't cry after they've met you.
Oh, I see. So, you don't find my smile even the least bit frightening, Micaiah?
Not one bit. I see only kindness. If that kindness can survive this war, it can survive anything.
I know what I need to do, but I can't get my body to obey. I may be weak forever.
You won't become strong overnight, but you are stronger today than you were yesterday. Don't give up, Citrinne. You'll keep growing, bit by bit, day by day, until you reach your goals.
My goals feel so far away. But you're right. I will soldier on, Lucina, with you as my guide. Everyone just loved your lecture, Professor. Would you consider giving another sometime?
Another lecture? I wouldn't mind, but...
Oh, of course! Increased attendance calls for a proper school. I'll begin the preparations now.
An entire school just for my lectures? That's a bit much. But I trust you'll do it right, Citrinne.
Marth, if you had a dear friend that you might never see again, how would you handle it?
That would be a terrible situation. Wanting to speak with them, but being unable to do so. Still, I would think of them often. Any bonds forged between us would never break.
Yeah, I think so too. You'd always be connected to them no matter what. Thank you, Marth. Excuse me, Celica. You look a bit down today. Did something happen?
I'm fine. Sorry to make you worry. I just have a hard time watching you get hurt in battle. Oh, listen to me. That's not a helpful thing to say, is it? Please, forget I even mentioned it.
No. It's nice to know you care. I don't want you to worry, so I'll try to grow much stronger.
I lost my most important battle, and left my son Seliph behind. I had so much to teach him.
That sounds so hard. For you, and for your son. The war causes so much pain and suffering.
Any battle might be your last. If you have words to share with someone, never hesitate to do so.
Yeah. You might not get another chance, huh? Thank you, Sigurd. That's an important lesson.
The country of Thracia was mostly barren land. This led to wars between the north and south.
I bet food was hard to come by out there. That reminds me. Have you ever eaten bear?
We did not encounter many bears, but there were plenty of wyverns.
I've never tried wyvern. How do they taste? How does their meat keep? Tell me more. Hey, Roy. I wanted to thank you for lending me your strength all the time. So,
Why so formal? No need to thank me. I'm just doing what needs to be done. Wait, what's that you've got there?
I wanted to commemorate our time battling as a team, so I made a doll of you. Wanna hold it?
You're so skilled at crafting with your hands, Lapis. I must admit, I envy your ability.
Thanks, but I had to learn. It's mostly a survival skill. I doubt you'd ever have a use for it.
Oh, but you're wrong. You craft treasures that can't be bought, made with love and care.
Huh. I never thought of it that way. Ooh, I better be careful. You're gonna give me a big head.
Is there a reason you're sneaking around, Lapis?
Micaiah? I, just got a bunch of taters from home. The market. Yep, that's where I was.
Wow, you have so many. I just love potatoes. There's no bad way to cook them, you know?
You're a fellow tater fan? I never would have guessed. You're my kind of mysterious, Micaiah. Lucina, you came from a harsh world, right? I was wondering, what did you eat to survive?
We had rationed food, so we ate that for a time. Hunting was also an option. We even ate bears.
Really? I do that too. Sometimes I... Oh, wait, sorry. That must have been hard. I didn't...
It's okay, Lapis. I'm happy something like that can bring us closer together. Tell me more.
I hid my country roots out of shame. But it sounds like you had more dire reasons, Corrin.
My two homelands were at war with each other. My upbringing was a tangled web of deception. But don't compare yourself to me. If you want to keep your origin a secret, I'll support you.
No platitudes? Whew. Thank you, Corrin. I hope I'm as strong as you someday. Thanks for always lending an ear, Professor. I guess those rumors about you are true.
Rumors? What rumors?
That you're a really good listener. Talking to you always makes people feel better.
It does. Really? That would explain why people keep confiding in me.
I grew up in a fishing village. Peaceful place. Until Elusia came through and killed my family.
I know that pain well. Is that what motivated you to become a royal soldier?
No, that was always my dream. Would have rather had my parents alive to see it, but here I am.
Your feelings for your family led to our meeting, and for that, I am grateful.
Something I don't understand. How did you get such immense strength when you hate fighting?
It's true, I dislike fighting. But a desire to protect people motivates me to be strong.
Not as big a contradiction as I first thought. Yeah, I can respect that.
Thank you, Saphir. That means a lot to me.
My parents would have loved to see me become a knight. Elusian soldiers took that from them.
To leave a child behind is the greatest pain a parent can know. I speak from experience.
It's been a long road, and I only made it this far thanks to them. Wish I could tell them that.
By realizing your dream, you are carrying on their legacy. That is all the thanks they need.
You gave me the power to defend my country and my friends, Roy. I'll never forget that.
It's true that I've given you some power, Saphir, but don't attribute everything to me. You've always had the power to fight for your friends and country. All I did was lend a hand.
Okay, stop it or I'm gonna blush. Let's just get back to it. A battle's not so different from a hunt. That's probably why I've survived so many of both.
Must have been tough living as a mercenary, wandering from one battlefield to the next. Much as someone like you must thrive in war, I hope you understand that peace is our goal.
As a mercenary, I wouldn't have. But I'm a royal knight now, and I do understand.
It's interesting to hear you talk of hunting and fishing. I never realized they were so intensive.
Why not? Those animals and fish are fighting to survive. Not much different from war.
I lived a sheltered life for the most part. I never got to have those kinds of experiences.
Didn't you take on some kind of demon king? That's way more exciting. Tell me about that. You're always looking to be the strongest. What's behind that, I wonder?
Nothing but the obvious. I want to see how far I can go. You're the same way, aren't you, Saphir?
Suppose I am. I like you, Ike. I feel like we understand each other.
It's unlike you to be in such a rush, Saphir. Where are you off to?
Summons from Prince Diamant. He's caught an enormous fish and wants some help cooking it.
I had no idea your culinary skills were in such high demand. Consider me impressed.
I grew up in a fishing town, so I'm good with seafood. With anything else, I'm hopeless. Let's cancel that bout we spoke of, Lucina. I've changed my mind.
Fine by me. May I ask why?
You obviously take no pleasure in battle. It was selfish of me to ask.
I appreciate that, Saphir. Here's an idea. How about you take me fishing instead?
You look so young, Corrin. I always forget that you're actually much older than me.
I suppose I've existed in this world for a long time. I've spent most of it in slumber, though.
Time changes you even if you sleep through it. So I guess you're kind of like a big sister to me.
I don't mind that. After all this time, I'd love to have a new sibling to look after.
Royal Knight was the dream, but after the war, I'll need to find a new way to grow my strength.
You'd throw away your dream like that? Why?
If I stick around for peacetime, I'll get rusty. Won't be any good to my king then, will I?
Always looking one step ahead. You're a warrior through and through, Saphir. I respect that.
Say, Marth, what would you do if you found out I'd done something terrible in the past?
Nothing. It's not my place to judge your past, Yunaka. I trust the person you are now.
You trust me? What did I ever do to deserve that?
A terrible person would not ask a question like that so earnestly. That is enough for me.
Talking to you is always interesting, Yunaka. I've picked up so many new words and phrases.
Oh no. Have you been taking notes?
Yes, you have so many expressions that I never would have heard in my world. I enjoy them.
Celica, no! You're toying with powers you don't understand! I learned to survive from a guy I used to work for. I had no say in it, but I guess I'm grateful.
Important lessons to learn from the sound of it. Did you rise to the standard of your teacher?
Rose to and exceeded, just like he planned. He was the closest I ever had to a father.
I'm sure he was proud of you in that moment, as any parent would be.
Words have been attributed to me that I didn't say. Do you know why that might be, Yunaka?
That was probably me. I may have done some impressions of you. It was only for a giggle.
I knew it. That does it, young lady. No more impressions. Of anyone. Not even for giggles.
No, come on. I'm sorry. You can forgive me, can't you? Friends forgive each other. You're such a genuine and charismatic person, Eirika. Must be how you were raised.
I'm flattered, but I'm sure I could say the same about you.
Nah, not really. Even if it's nice to hear you say so. Not many people are as honest as you.
I understand. And people like you are an equally rare find, Yunaka.
You know, I'm surprised you haven't just come out and asked me about my past.
You obviously don't want to talk about it. I figure you'll tell me when you're ready.
What if I'm never ready?
That's fine. What matters to me is the person you are now.
Pointy demon spanker? Was Fulchen really called that?
Yes, by me. A friend of mine repaired the weapon, and in his honor, I gave it a new name. He was less impressed than I'd imagined he would be. I ended up changing it back.
Makes for a great story, though. Now I want to give my own weapons fancy names.
I worry about you, Yunaka. Sometimes you seem to be forcing yourself. Trying too hard.
I appreciate the concern, Corrin. You're not wrong. There are times when I put up a front, but that front is just as real to me as the person I am underneath. And it's who I choose to be.
I respect that choice more than I can say. If it ever gets to be too much, please lean on me.
This academy of yours sounds pretty neat. What did you teach your students?
Most of the lessons at the Officers' Academy centered around strategy and martial skills. It wasn't all about classes, though. There were lots of other activities. Choir, fishing, cooking.
That sounds amazing! I'd love a school like that. Sign me up! How do I apply?